Your soil is starving, but not for nutrients. It's starving for life. That single truth is why so many gardens fail even after bags of fertilizer are poured in season after season. Leaves look green for a while, yields spike briefly, then everything collapses again. What if the problem was never a lack of fertilizer, but a broken soil system? In backyard gardens across Korea, growers solved this decades ago using a simple biological trick that quietly replaces fertilizers almost entirely when done correctly. This is not theory. It's soil biology in action, and once you understand it, you'll never garden the same way again. You know, fertilizer dependency actually keeps gardens weak. Modern fertilizer, well, it feeds plants directly, but just ignores the soil ecosystem. As a result, plants become dependent, roots stay shallow, and beneficial microbes slowly disappear. Over time, the soil turns compact, lifeless, and unable to cycle nutrients naturally. That's why, you see, yields drop unless more fertilizer is added every single year. Traditional Korean backyard growers, though, they took the opposite approach. Instead of feeding plants, they fed soil life. Once soil biology is active, nutrients are released slowly, naturally, and continuously. So fertilizer becomes, well, optional, not really necessary anymore. The core idea behind the Korean backyard method, you know, is quite simple. At the heart of this system are indigenous microorganisms. These are beneficial bacteria and fungi that are already, adapted to your local environment. When you cultivate and reintroduce them to your soil, they break down organic matter, unlock nutrients, improve structure, and, you know, protect your plants from disease. So this method does not import anything exotic. It really just amplifies what nature already provides. That's why it works for the long term, instead of, you know, giving just short-lived results. Now, let's talk about how Korean growers capture beneficial microbes. The traditional method actually begins by collecting microorganisms from healthy forest soil or undisturbed natural areas. These places are honestly rich in diverse microbial life because no chemicals or tillage disrupt them. The microbes are then fed a simple carbohydrate source so they multiply rapidly. This process creates a living inoculant that can be applied to garden soil, compost, or mulch layers. Once introduced, these microbes outcompete harmful organisms and rebuild soil biology from the ground up. Here's the simple microbial activation formula. To activate and apply beneficial microbes safely, a gentle food source is used. So, just mix 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses into 10 liters of non-chlorinated water. Now stir well and let it sit for about 20 minutes before applying. This solution, you see, feeds the microbes without forcing plant growth. So, you'll want to water this mixture directly onto soil, compost, or dry organic matter. Just remember, do not spray it on the leaves. You should apply this once every 2 to 3 weeks during the growing season. This single step, honestly, replaces repeated fertilizer applications for many gardeners. So, why does this method actually work better than just using compost alone? Well, compost gives you organic matter, but it's really the microbes that act as the workforce, making that compost useful in the first place. Without a thriving microbial population, nutrients just stay locked away, you know? The Korean backyard approach makes sure those microbes are not only abundant, but also diverse and really active. Once microbes start to dominate the soil, organic matter breaks down much faster, root systems can expand deeper, and, honestly, nutrient cycling just becomes automatic. Gardens, they stop relying on constant inputs and start sustaining themselves. It's really something to see. So, what happens to your soil after the first month? Well, within just a few weeks, soil structure begins to change. Compacted ground loosens up, water infiltrates more easily, and roots, they can penetrate much deeper. Earthworms start to appear where none existed before. And you'll notice, plants show thicker stems, darker leaves, and improved resistance to stress. It's a clear sign things are moving in the right direction. So, this is not because nutrients were added, but because, nutrients that were already present became available again. Now, why does big agriculture avoid this approach? Well, large-scale agriculture relies on predictable, short-term inputs that fit, industrial systems. Microbial soil systems are just harder to patent, harder to control, and they actually reduce the need for repeat purchases. They also require observation instead of, strict application schedules. That doesn't make this method some sort of secret. It simply makes it incompatible with industrial profit models. For backyard and small-scale growers, however, it's ideal. Using this method with mulch and dry leaves, one of the most powerful uses of this microbial system is on dry organic matter. When poured over dry leaves, straw, or garden waste, microbes begin breaking it down immediately. What normally takes months turns into dark, living compost in just weeks. Apply the diluted molasses solution evenly until the material is moist, not soaked. Cover lightly if possible to retain moisture. The microbial activity does the rest. So, here's how this actually replaces fertilizer over time. As microbes get to work rebuilding the soil, the nutrient cycles, they start to stabilize naturally. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria, for example, supply usable nitrogen to the plants. And, fungal networks help transport minerals right up to the roots. Phosphorus, too, becomes available without any additives. Plants, interestingly, begin to regulate their own feeding just through their root exudates. At this stage, honestly, fertilizer becomes unnecessary, except maybe in some really extreme conditions. The soil feeds the plants continuously, just as nature intended. Mistakes that reduce effectiveness. Using chlorinated water kills microbes. Over-application of molasses causes imbalance. Applying during freezing conditions slows activity. Mixing with chemical fertilizers disrupts microbial populations. This system works best when soil is left undisturbed, covered with organic matter, and allowed to function as a living ecosystem. This method is just perfect for nature's blueprint gardeners. It really fits right in with the idea of low-cost, high-yield gardening. Honestly, it's a smart way to get the most out of your efforts without spending too much. It reduces expenses, improves resilience, and, compounds results every season. The longer it's used, the better the soil becomes. It's not a shortcut. It's a permanent upgrade. The long-term payoff most gardeners never experience. After 1 to 2 seasons, gardens using this method often outperform neighboring plots with, half the effort. Plants recover faster from heat and drought. Pest pressure decreases. Flavor improves. Storage life increases. This is what happens when soil biology leads instead of chemicals. If this guide helped shift how you think about feeding your garden, subscribe to Nature's Blueprint, share this with a fellow grower, and start building soil that works for you year after year.